Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. I am back with a monthly favorites video and I cannot believe it's December already. December is my favorite month of the year. I can't believe the holiday season has started already. I mean, it's not Christmas yet, but still, it's pretty close now. And as you can see, I'm feeling very festive and I've got my red nails, my green jumper, already ready for Christmas. But anyway, let's get back to the video. There's a lot to get through because November has been like shopping month. I've been pre-filming a lot of videos because I'm going away to India next week and I will be vlogging that trip, so do stay tuned because those vlogs will be coming up on my channel very soon. But yeah, we're going to visit my husband's family which lives out there, so it should be really fun. We've got a lot of friends there as well, so do stay tuned for those videos. But back to this one, I have been pre-filming a lot of stuff, which means I did quite a bit of shopping, and there was Black Friday, there was Cyber Monday, so lots of opportunities to do shopping. So there's a lot of new discoveries and products that I've been loving this month. So without further ado, let's get straight into it. But before that, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you already haven't. I upload twice a week and I would love to have you back on the channel. So the first product that has completely revolutionized how I do my hair are these GHD tongs, and these are the GHD soft curl with tri-zone technology, and they are the 32mm barrel. And I absolutely love these. I actually use them as more of a wand than as a tong, but I like the fact that if you want to get a more defined curl, you can actually clamp your hair. Basically what I do is I just open it and then I just roll my hair around it and just hold it there without kind of tucking the ends in, just leaving the ends kind of sticking out. But if I want to get a more defined curl, just because it's kind of falling this area here where my hair is quite long, because I don't really have many layers in, it kind of tends to drop. So if I want to get a more defined curl, I just wrap it around and then I clamp it. And what I find amazing is that it doesn't leave a clamp mark. Compared to other tongs I've used in the past, this one just leaves your hair kind of really nice and smooth, and it doesn't leave a clamp mark even if you press it down. They do heat up super quickly. You plug them in and within like 20 seconds they're already ready to use, and the little thing here just beeps when they're ready to use, so you know when you can go. And yeah, I just love them. I think they give such beautiful soft curls. They're good for long hair, for short hair. If you have shorter hair like mine, you're probably not going to be able to wrap your hair too many times around it because the barrel is quite wide, but at the same time, I don't really like short hair that's very curly. I prefer it with kind of very soft waves, and they are amazing for that. The waves are super long lasting. I mean, I'd never tried GHDs before because my straighteners are from Babyless and I'm super happy with those, and I haven't kind of felt the need to change them. But I have to say that the GHD technology is amazing. It leaves your hair super shiny, super smooth. And what I do is if I want to kind of smooth these bits here, I don't feel like I really need to plug in my straighteners. I can just kind of go with this and sort of just do this, and it just smooths my hair out. So it's amazing. It's a really good product, and I got it with a bit of a sale on Black Friday. So yeah, it was a really good deal. They are a little bit more pricey than normal tongs, but I have to say they would probably last a really long time. That's what I've heard from other people, and it does leave your hair looking amazing. My one gripe with this product was that it didn't have any kind of storage that came with it. It didn't have a heat protection glove, and it didn't have any storage, which I found a little bad considering the price. But what I did do is buy a separate set to store it, and it's also from GHD. It's this bag that comes with a zip, and you can store in your straighteners in here to carry them when you're traveling, but I also just store them in here generally in my house. And this is like heat proof, so it won't burn anything even if you put them hot in there. It's quite compact, it's not too heavy, and yeah, it's quite sleek. It has the GHD little zip there, so yeah, it's quite sleek, and I find it not too bulky, so it's great when you want to travel with them. And this comes with a heat proof mat that basically you can wrap around, and it just kind of clips into place here. And then you have it like this. And the heat mat is amazing because I found that I had nowhere to put these straighteners. It was really annoying to have to put them on the floor all the time. So if I put this on top of my bed, this is completely heat proof and it won't burn anything. So this pack I think was like 16 or 18 pounds, the two things. I got it from Amazon, the container and the heat resistant mat. And I find that it's a really good accessory, super useful. And yeah, I really think the straighteners should already come with this, but unfortunately they don't. So I think this is definitely a good accessory to buy with it. Continuing on the topic of hair care, another product that has revolutionized my hairstyle is this product from Way. I love Jen Atkin and I've seen so many of her videos. I love how she styles hair. I love those kind of really undone waves that she started off doing on Kim Kardashian. But I actually got this product as a recommendation from a blogger called Melissa Alatorre. I will link her channel below. She mostly does makeup videos, but she had a great tutorial of how to do these messy waves on sort of a lob, which is basically my hairstyle, like a long bob, and she recommended to use this product as a finishing cream. Basically, once I've done my waves and I've sprayed them in and I've sort of messed them about with my fingers, once I'm sort of ready to completely go, I just put this product, and you just need a little smidgen of it. It has a very easy applicator. It just comes through here, and it's just like a very soft cream, nothing too heavy, and I basically just rub it in between my fingers and then just twist my hair around. I split it into two sections and then just rub it like this down the bottom so that it kind of gets that piecey texture. My hair is naturally very voluminous and quite poofy, so I feel like if I don't put anything, I sort of make it look a little bit too frizzy and too poofy, and it doesn't kind of give me that kind of piecey texture that I want to these sort of undone waves, which is quite a modern texture, and I think it looks really cool. So I just use this. I just use it on the kind of mid-lengths and ends, sort of where my waves are more heavy. And yeah, I just kind of take the smallest amount, rub it in between my hands, and then just distribute it around the ends of my hair. And if you have any frizz on the top, you can definitely, once you're kind of done with it, whatever's left on your fingers, you can definitely just smooth the top so that you don't have any flyaways. And it's a great product. It doesn't make my hair greasy or oily, and my hair is naturally quite oily. It doesn't weigh it down. It doesn't sort of make it look dirty really quickly. So I find it's a great product. And once I apply it once, I don't really need to apply it again until I wash my hair. Sometimes I reapply if I've kind of restyled it, just to kind of give it that piecey texture again. And like you can see, it just gives you an amazing texture without kind of weighing it down. Another bonus to this product is that it absolutely smells amazing. It's literally like perfume for your hair. I'm not very good at describing scents, but it has like a sort of citrusy, really fresh, creamy, little bit floral scent. It's nothing too heavy or overpowering, but it does really give a beautiful, beautiful smell to your hair. Finally, for hair, I have this product from Sam McKnight, and it is the Barely There Texture Mist, and this is the Cool Girl. I got this one from Net-a-Porter, but you can get it in a few places online, and basically it's like a hairspray and a texture spray all in one. I basically use this just to give a little bit of volume lift up here. So I backcomb my hair a little, and instead of using hairspray, I just use a little bit of this. It's a little bit like dry shampoo as well, so it sort of gives you a little bit of texture, gets you a little bit of lift, and just gives you a little bit of grit to your hair. So it's great if you kind of just have freshly washed hair. To be honest, I only use it when my hair is super fresh because I find that it needs a little bit more hold. But then once I've kind of had my hair washed for 1 or 2 days, I find this just makes it kind of too heavy, and it doesn't really need this. I prefer hairspray, which is a little bit lighter. But this one, compared to the Orbe Dry Texturizing Spray, I find this one is much lighter, and I absolutely love the packaging. I mean, this color is incredible. You do get quite a lot of product, but it is pretty pricey. But yeah, I mean, it says here that it's the texturizer for those effortless, sexy two-soul textures hairstyle. And I have to say, it definitely helps to hold your waves and to give you a bit of texture on top and a little bit of lift. This one also has an incredible smell. It's not as strong as the one in the Jen Atkin product, but it does smell really, really lovely. It's quite a fresh, slightly floral scent, but nothing very overpowering, but together they just give your hair the most beautiful smell. Moving now on to skincare, I wanted to talk to you about a product that has really been revolutionary for me, and I've been using it non-stop. And it is this natural peeling from Casmara. This was recommended to me by my dermatologist, and I will see where you can get it online. I got it at her clinic, which is in Spain, but I will see if you can get it somewhere online. These products are very specific kind of specialist skincare products, but they are amazing, and they're not incredibly crazily priced. So actually, they've got a better price than products like La Mer or something like that, but the quality is definitely equivalent. This one is the brand Casmara, and this is the Natural Peeling Tri-Active. Basically, what this is, it's like a chemical exfoliant, similar to my Dermalogica one, but I have to say that this one is actually better. And for me to say that is quite a statement, because I've been using my Dermalogica product for, I think, 4 or 5 years now, like non-stop religiously. Basically, this one is a little bit different. I'll show you how it comes. It's in this bottle, and it basically comes out with a pump, and it's basically like a really light, transparent gel. And what you do is you just apply a generous layer of that all over your face. You leave it on for 5 minutes, and then you kind of just massage it into your skin, and you'll see like little kind of balls of skin coming out, and that's kind of all the debris and dead skin on your top layer of skin. You just rub that around for a few seconds, and then you just literally wash it off, and my skin is glowing. It doesn't strip it, it doesn't leave it dry, but at the same time it kind of really exfoliates the top layer and leaves it super glowing and super brightened, which I definitely need because my skin can tend to get quite sallow and grey. It's an amazing product, and it's good for all skin types. Like I said, it's not dehydrating, but at the same time it's not oily either, and I find it so nice because you only need to leave it on for 5 minutes, and unlike the Dermalogica, which you need to leave on for 15 minutes. You can also use this product overnight if you want to get like a super radiant glow for a party. So you can literally leave the gel on overnight. Don't apply a very thick layer. I would go with a very thin layer because it doesn't really dry onto your skin, but if you apply a thin layer, it does kind of absorb. And then sort of rub it off in the morning and your skin will look amazing. That's basically if you want to use it as a mask. And then the final use for this product is to use it as a thin layer before you apply your makeup. Basically what this does is it lifts your skin. This is meant to kind of plump and lift. So if you apply a very tiny layer mixed in with your moisturizer, before you apply your makeup for a big event, you'll see that your skin literally feels like it's been lifted. It is amazing. I really love this product. I think it was about 40 euros, but you do get quite a lot of product. You get here 150 ml, which I think is pretty good for a premium high-end skincare product. And it says here that it's a got glycolic acid, sodium hydroxide, lactic acid, and salicylic acid. So basically all the stuff you want to kind of remove all the debris and all the blackheads and all that kind of dirty stuff from your skin. It didn't remove all my blackheads, but obviously nothing really does. Like I've mentioned before, you just need extractions for that. But I do feel that it leaves my skin a lot cleaner. It stops me from having breakouts, and I use this twice a week now as an exfoliant, and it hasn't sort of made me break out more because it dries off my skin too much. And on the contrary, my skin has been suffering with loads of breakouts lately, and since I've been using this, it's much better. Staying on the topic of skincare, I have these little 2 sponges, and these are from Botanics, and they're deep cleansing cellulose sponges. And I wanted to mention these because I use these cellulose sponges to remove any sort of face mask that I'm wearing, and a lot of them I find give me like breakouts and rashes on my skin, but these ones are super good and super gentle on the skin. They're literally like £1 or £2. I got these from Boots, but yeah, they're very gentle and very soft. So if you're looking for cellulose sponges to remove face masks, these ones are amazing. On the topic of kind of tools for applying and removing stuff, I wanted to mention this tan applicator mitt from Saint-Tropez. I had never used a tanning mitt, and I have to say I'm super impressed. I mean, do let me know if there are other ones better. I would love to know in your comments down below. But this one is amazing. I have basically been using this to apply my This Works product that I mentioned in my last favorites video, and this is a sort of serum that is kind of got a bit of a tint to it, and it gives you like a glow over your legs or over your arms so that you don't have kind of that really sort of ashy look to your skin, and I find that this is the best way to apply it. This product is anyway easy to kind of put onto your skin. It doesn't kind of leave sort of streaks or anything, but with this it's so much easier, and it just gives you such a flawless application. It makes it look amazing, and it just blurs over imperfections, and yeah, I really love this one, and it's super gentle on the skin as well. So if you're looking for a good tanning mitt, I would definitely recommend this one. Moving now on to sort of makeup and beauty, I wanted to start off with nail polishes, and again, it's something that I don't really mention a lot of my videos, but I have finally purchased these ones so I could show you. I've mentioned these before, but I just wanted to show you in this video, and these are the Essie Couture range. They're absolutely amazing, and this one is the color Lace Me Up, which you guys ask me so many times, what am I wearing in my videos? This one is that light pink color I wear all the time, and it's a really beautiful sort of whitish pinkish color. It's like a very sort of soft pink with a bit of a white undertone to it. And this is the top coat, and this is the real highlight. This top coat makes any nail polish last so much longer. Essie claims that this couture range is supposed to last 7 days, and I have found that sometimes it can even last 10 days completely chip-free. But I have to say, even just applying this top coat to a normal nail polish, I find that it just makes the nail polish last so much longer, at least a week, and that is amazing. You can actually combine them together, or like I said, you can use it separately, but if you combine them together, what I really like about this formula from Essie is that even though it's a long-lasting formula, similar to Vanilluxe or OPI Infinity, it's so not aggressive with your nails. You don't need a base coat when you're using this, and my nails are super dry. I tend to kind of get like marks on my nails because they're so dry and flaky, but I have to say, since I've been using this, they are much better. Compared to the OPI Infinity range, which I used recently, that really dried out my nails and I was super disappointed with that product. It was actually worse than when I do shellac, and I can never do shellac more than once or twice in a row because my nails get really dry and really damaged. But I have to say with this, even though it's a long-lasting nail polish and you don't need a base coat, they look amazing and they keep them super healthy because the formula is very natural and not very aggressive with your nails. You can get these in Boots, but you can get them online as well, so I will link them below. And another polish I wanted to mention is this one that I'm wearing. I'm loving this red. I find it so hard to find a red that I like because I like very kind of true reds with a bit of a blue undertone, nothing too orangey, because I find that that doesn't really suit my skin tone. So either I go for a kind of very burgundy deep red, or I want something that's a real true kind of Hollywood red. And I find with this color, I have found that. I'm absolutely in love with these. It's super festive, so I'm so happy I found it for Christmas. Basically, this is a polish from Vanilluxe, and I think it's called Rouge Red. I will link it down below. And the reason why I don't use Vanilluxe that much is because I don't find them to be that long lasting, to be honest. I actually find that it just lasts like a normal nail polish. But this time I applied this top coat instead of the Vanilluxe top coat, and I have to say it's lasted so much longer. The Vanilluxe formula is a little bit more drying than the Essie one, but it's still okay, and with this they last super long. So this top coat is a must-have in your life. And finally, moving on to makeup, I wanted to talk about a product that was actually sent to me, and it's this deck of Scarlet. The brand actually contacted me. They do a lot of collaborations with bloggers, and they come up with new products every month, I think. I will link the details of their website down below, but they contacted me and they asked me if they could send me something, and I was a bit skeptical about it at the beginning, but I have to say I am so impressed with their stuff. Basically, it comes in this cardboard box, and you get here like a little introduction to the blogger who's created this one, which is Amy Rose, and she's artist-in-chief for this season. And basically, she created this palette and all the products that are inside. And inside, you get this little sponge thing on the front. Then you get some of the introduction to Deck of Scarlet. You get a personalized note here, which I thought was so sweet. And then inside you have the palette, and then you have two pencils that go with it. One is a lip liner and one is an eye pencil. And I have to say, we're going to go first through the eye pencils, and the eye pencils are amazing, and so is the lip pencil. The lip liner is like a pinky sort of mauvey nudie color. It's amazing. It's a twist up, but it's not kind of so soft that it breaks really easily, but at the same time, it just glides on super smoothly onto your lips. It's got a matte finish, super long lasting, but not drying at all. I was super impressed with this one, and I love the color. And then here we have the brown lipstick for the eyes, which again is a twist up, and it's such a true but rich and deep brown. I love my Charlotte Tilbury Audrey pencil, but I have to say this one can actually be better. It's so good. I love the brown shade. It's such a true kind of deep chocolate brown. It glides on super smoothly. It's super long lasting. It doesn't transfer. And yeah, it's a twist up. So I am so impressed. Usually with twist ups, I find that they break really easily and they're just not that long lasting, but this one is amazing. And yeah, I'm very impressed with this one. And now moving on to the palette. It comes in this little book type palette. It has a really nice big mirror in there, and basically you get a bronzer, a highlighter, 2 lip shades and 3 eyeshadows. I have to say that I firstly tried off the eyeshadows and I was like on the fence about it. They were okay, but they weren't mind-blowing. This one is quite chalky, and it does have quite a lot of pigment, but it has loads of fallout, which I really hate. This one was much better. These two have a lot of pigment, but it's not so crazy. They don't have that much fallout, and if you pack it on to the lid, it's quite nice. And this gold is like a greenish sort of gold, and I actually quite like it. It's kind of a bit of like a rusty gold kind of color. And yeah, I think it's very flattering, especially to use kind of on the center of your lid for this festive season. It can look really nice. But the real highlights for me was the bronzer. I don't tend to like a lot of bronzers. I find it really difficult to find a bronzer that I like, and that is why I always stick to my Havana bronzer from Anastasia. This one has got a little bit of a golden shimmer running through it, but it's very, very subtle. The bronzer is super finely milled. It blends in like a dream. It doesn't separate throughout the day, and it just gives you a really beautiful glow. It's not too warm or too orange, but it's not so cool that it makes you look muddy either. I find it such a flattering product. You guys commented so much in the last picture I uploaded on my Insta stories where I had this bronzer on below my blush, and it's just such a beautiful color. It's just really the perfect shade of the bronzer. It just gives you a lovely glow to your skin. And then the highlighter is like a pink champagne kind of color. It looks really pink on the pan, but it's not that pink when you apply it. But it has a really beautiful subtle glow to it. Very finely milled again, blends in super easily. I'm wearing it right now and it just gives you a really beautiful highlight. Nothing too crazy, so it's perfect for daytime. And I actually have been using this one as an eyeshadow as well, and it's really, really beautiful. I love that rose gold tint. Moving on to lipsticks, this one is a really hot pink shade. To be honest, I've not tried this one, and I don't think I'll be using this shade just because it doesn't really go with my style of makeup. But this nudie mauvey color, which is matching to the lip liner, is beautiful. The texture is amazing. It's matte, but it's not too drying. It glides on like a normal sort of creamy lipstick, like a normal classic lipstick texture. They are so easy to apply. The only thing is obviously you have to carry the whole pan because you need to apply it with a brush. But it's an amazing, amazing lipstick, and I really love the shade. It's very flattering. It's kind of a little bit more nudie brown than my NARS Anita, but it's on that kind of tone. Do let me know in the comments below if you would like to see a tutorial with this makeup palette. If you do, I will do one very soon for you guys. Moving now on to lipsticks. I have these ones from the Gigi Hadid collection for Maybelline, and I am not one for buying a lot of drugstore stuff, as you guys know, but I just saw these in Boots, I swatched it on my hand, and I was so impressed that I had to get them. I've got the color Lani and the color Tora. This one is like a medium brownie nude with a hint of pink to it, but nothing too crazy. It's more kind of a caramelly color. And then the color Lani is a really true Hollywood matte red. They're so beautiful. They're both matte, but they glide on very easily. They're not drying at all. They have the feeling of a classic lipstick, but they're completely matte. I love the shades. They're super pigmented, very long lasting, and yeah, and the packaging is also quite cute. I love this sort of nudie pinky color that they have. It's very nice, and I love the Gigi Hadid written here on the front. Basically, the red lipstick I was in love with. I think it's so hard to find that kind of true red with a blue undertone to it, and I love that shade. So yeah, I really like these. I posted a Insta stories with the red lipstick the day I got it, and you guys seemed to love it. So yeah, it's really nice, and I will be featuring it in many tutorials, I'm sure, very, very soon. And to go with this product, I have the matching lip liner because I needed a red lip liner. I was going to buy one from MAC, but I have to say this one from the Gigi Hadid collection is amazing. This one is the matching shade to the red lipstick, and it's a twist up as well. And again, very similar to the deck of Scarlet. It's not kind of too dry, but it's also not kind of slippy that it sort of moves all over your lips. I really like the twist up. It's really easy to apply. It's very creamy, blends in very easily, but then once it sets, it sort of stays put. And yeah, it's quite thin as well, so it's easy to kind of get into the little details of your lip. And yeah, I'm really, really impressed with this whole Gigi Hadid line. I might try out her eyeshadows because I'm so impressed with the lipsticks. I would like to see how the rest of the stuff is. And finally for makeup, I have this product from RODIAL. I absolutely love their contour product, and I love their bronzer as well. So I thought I would try this one. I needed a highlighter, and I wanted something that was sort of along the lines of the YSL Touche Eclat, but I wanted to try something different. And I saw this one, which is called the Banana Lowlighter. It comes with a similar applicator as the YSL Touche Eclat. It's a bit thicker on top, but the applicator is still quite thin. And basically you just twist this around and the product comes out of the end. It's a yellowish, very thin cream that you apply on the areas that you want to highlight. Initially I bought this to replace my NARS Creamy Radiant Concealer that I apply over my Ochre Clé de Peau concealer. But I have to say this doesn't have a lot of coverage, so I felt I still needed the NARS, and I prefer that for underneath the eyes. But basically this has replaced my Maybelline Secret Age, whatever it's called, Age Rewind Concealer, that's the name. Basically this has replaced that, and I find this one is so brightening. It just gives you a beautiful glow, but it's actually matte. It's not I mean, it's not matte, but it's also not shimmery. It just gives you like a radiance, but like as if your skin was naturally radiant. I can't really describe it, but I'm wearing it right now and I just find my skin looks so glowy. I use this just on like the center of my forehead, center of my nose, center of my chin, underneath my contour and just above it. So it's kind of to highlight again after I've applied my contour, but I find it just gives you a really, really lovely sort of glow. It's super easy to blend in because it's a really thin texture. It kind of blends into nothing, but it just gives you like a radiance that you cannot really tell you're wearing any product. I've actually worn this without makeup as well and it looks absolutely amazing. Like with all RODIAL products, they are pretty pricey, but I have to say I think this one is definitely worth the money. And finally, for the last category in this video, fashion, this jacket is something I have been obsessed with for the month. It is from Massimo Dutti and it's a long line blazer and it has this kind of houndstooth Prince of Wales print with some blue highlights. It's double-breasted. The buttons are in the same fabric as the jacket and it has 4 buttons and then it has these sort of pockets here on the side. It has the big lapels, the big shoulders. It's quite long line and it's so on trend this year. I absolutely love this blazer. I love the fit. I initially purchased the Calvin Klein blazer that I featured in my unboxing video. I'll link that on the screen now if you haven't watched it. But I have to say, I did think it was very oversized and I wanted something a little bit that was more kind of narrow fitted, and I find that this one actually fits better even though it's like, I don't know, 1/10 of the price. But yeah, I really love this one. It's got a masculine fit and it's quite long line and very straight and with like the oversized shoulders and the oversized lapels, but it's actually pretty narrow. It's kind of got a little bit of a slim fit around the waist and the shoulders are not so huge. So I actually find that it fits my body better than the Calvin Klein one just because I'm quite petite and I felt the other one sort of overpowers me a little bit sometimes if I don't belt it. If I belt it, it looks amazing, but if I don't belt it, it overpowers my body a little bit. Whereas this one, I can sort of leave it open and it looks amazing and I find it very flattering. You can still belt it, but you can also leave it open and it's just such an amazing blazer. I find it so flattering. I really love the shade. I love the blue highlight. I love to pair it with my blue gilet to go out in the winter because the blue sort of matches and it looks really lovely. I really like the buttons. I like the buttons on the sleeves as well. And yeah, I just find it a very flattering blazer, very on trend, and it's for a very reasonable price. I think it's £162. So it's super, super reasonable and it's definitely my must-have item of this year. Okay guys, well that was everything from me. I hope you enjoyed this video. There was quite a lot of stuff that I bought in November, but like I said, it was quite a spendy month. I do hope you're enjoying the holidays and that you're looking forward to Christmas like I am. Thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys!